Hello, friends. So we discussed in the last uh, video that how we going to look at this course and how do you what can you expect from this course, right? So now we are going forward and now we are looking at the approach of writing an essay. That how do you approach an essay? How do you approach a topic and then divide it into a structure and how do you go ahead and write an essay on that? This is what we're going to look at in this video. All right. So my name is Vishal Arora. I've been teaching availability for competitive examinations for more than 12 years. I am an IELTS, TOEIC, and TFL certified trainer, and I have got a novel which is known as Mad Dog Rights, which is available on all major platforms like Amazon and Flipkart. And if you want, you can go ahead and buy it. Right. So approach of writing an essay. The first thing is that the length of the essay. The length of the essay that is prescribed generally is around 250 to 300 words, right? So if you divide that into passages, that would mean that the essay should have 3 4 arguments. So what do I mean by arguments? Arguments means where you present a point of view from your side and then you argue about it whether that is right or wrong, right? So basically, you should approach the essay with 3 4 arguments because you have got around 300 words in essay, right? If the topic allows, then you can write an counter argument also with the argument and an argument and its counter argument. That should be making a paragraph, right? Now it depends on the title whether there should be counter arguments or not. Let's look at example now. Uh, for example, the topic is benefits of mutual fund investment. Now, this topic is clear that you are going to write about the benefits and the negatives of mutual fund investments are not required in this essay, right? So that the essay would be done if you have got 3 4 arguments which are in favor of the which are in favor of 3 4 arguments which are in favor uh, of the topic, right? For examples, better returns, mutual fund investments are hassle free, zero commission, and indirect participation in stock market and professional management. These are all benefits of mutual funds, right? Now, depending on the topic, right? Depending on the topic, the same argument which is in the favor of can be turned into a counter argument, and that is the key to essay writing. Okay. Uh, now, you cannot learn the pros and cons of hundreds of topics, right? So there are hundreds of topics which can possibly come, right? So you are not expected to learn about the pros and cons of every topic. So the point is that if you are able to write from the both sides, both angles of the same argument, right? If you can turn the same argument into an argument and then into a counter argument, then you can write an essay very easily, right? For example, uh, if the topic is pros and cons of mutual fund investment, right? So when we took the topic as the benefits of mutual fund. So what the arguments we took was that supposing it is better returns, hassle free, zero commission, indirect participation in stock market, professional management, right? So all these we took as the benefits of mutual fund. Now you can turn the same argument from a positive to a negative. For example, you take better returns. If you take better returns, this argument you take. So let's say that instead of saying that all mutual funds provide better returns than FD, you can argue that a large number provide much less returns than an FD. And you have given an argument as well as a counter argument, right? So when you say that a mutual fund is there because it is going to provide you a return which is much better than an FD, you can always go ahead and say that there are dozens of mutual funds, hundreds of mutual funds which provide return which are less than an FD, right? So the same argument has been turned into a counter argument. Now you say professional management, right? So this argument we took as a positive. Now you say yes, they are professionally managed, but if a lay investor invests in an index, then to the returns are better than a large number of mutual fund schemes, right? So you can always argue that yes, they are professionally managed, right? But even if you go ahead and just put your money in the index is going to grow at a much better rate. Uh, I'm sure you know what the index is, the BSC 100 index, the Nifty, right? So uh, they will provide a better return as compared to a lot of mutual fund schemes. The same argument can be turned into a counter argument. The and that is the most important point, right? The ability to combine both sides of an argument and then form a concluding remark. Okay, so you give one argument, you give counter argument, and then you go ahead and combine both of them, right? So let's say professional management. So when you say about professional management, you can say that yes, they are professionally managed, but if a lay investor invests in the index, then too, the returns are better than a large number of mutual fund schemes. And then you go ahead and conclude. What is the conclusion? So the investor should look at the returns of the last many years and do his research before investing. Right? That is the concluding argument from your side. So the third key is the point of view. Now this is just that so an investor should look at the return of the last many years and do the research before investing. This is the point of view that uh, uh, the somebody who is testing your looking at your essay, somebody who is checking your essay is going to look at. This is your point of view, and that is what is being checked. Your concluding remark is a point of view, and then your point of view is being checked that how you have taken an issue and how you have presented it. Right. So starting from argument, then building a counter argument, and then finally concluding in a single passage. That is how you design a essay. Right. So you need to remember that it is just a 250, 300 word essay. It is not an academic essay. And academic essays are written differently. They have a thesis statement, a lot of stuff, right? So here, what the examiner is looking at is your point of view. So you need to develop your point of view. That is what is required in a essay like that.